Hey YouTube, this is King B Skyler coming at you with another video. Now I have some new content for you. Now I am standing up reviewing my videos, so now you can get a more in-depth view of my room. My favorite monster truck is Gravedigger. Just wanted to get that out of the way. You see the skull in the back. It's not resembling One Piece or Pirates. That picture is in the background, but that is Gravedigger. I went to the Hagerstown Motorway not so long ago, like I say, like 5 years maybe. But enough of that. We all know why we're here, and probably will see it in the title. Oh my goodness, All Might versus All for One. Now I've been hyped for this. I've been wanting to do this fight for a long time because overall it's an epic fight. It's a showdown of the two. One, the main hero of the series, well, was, now it's passed from Midoriya. And then two, also the main villain of the story, now it's passed on to Shigaraki, who I think currently is still the main villain of My Hero Academia. So, without further ado, let's just get into this video. Now, I'm not going to give an in-depth perception of this fight, like what happened every single second of every single minute. I'm going to highlight key parts, and I'm going to highlight what I really truly liked about the fight. I'm hoping this video goes over 10 minutes, because, yeah. So, first off, you gotta know why they're there. Why the two are going at it. The good and evil, are bashing at it. Well, it turns out that Bakugo got kidnapped by the League of Villains, and now All Might and the rest of the Heroes Association are there to get him. And, events that led to that, I believe, were whenever, UA High was going to the forest for some more training, it was raided by villains, and that's where we got our awesome Midoriya versus the dude that had like a muscle quirk, and I forget his name. I'll let you know if I do remember it. But that Bakugo got kidnapped there, I believe, and that's where all of this is tying up to. So enough of that. So you gotta understand how strong All for One is. All for One is not a pushover. Okay, when this dude goes against All Might struggles against this guy. Not to say that he didn't struggle against when Shigaraki first appeared at UA High, whenever they were doing the training course for the first time. And he struggled with, I think the monster's name was Tomata or something like that. So, All for One shows off his strength. He's using a quirk, so like All Might is flying at him with a punch like that. And all this dude just does is stand there calmly and just does this. A gush of wind comes from his hand and just blows him away towards a couple buildings like he's nothing. Like, All for One is not a freaking pushover. Like, I'm gonna repeat that as many times as necessary. So after that, then All Might goes in for another serious punch. He recovers. He flies back at freaking All for One. But then as All Might goes to punch him, this is all like just the deflection, All for One just deflects him, showing off his good defense whenever he comes. All Might comes flying at him. And like All for One shows another quirk. So this quirk is red mixed with black, and it comes from his fingers. I have to search up the quirk's names, but it kind of comes from his hand. Like how like goo comes so yeah, so it kind of came from his hands, kind of like a grappling quirk. He kind of just like ragdolls All Might and just throws him into the side of the building, showing off his another quirk that he has multiple quirk abilities. So after he throws him to the building, All Might recovers, comes at him again, and then I want to mention that Midoriya is there, Bakugo is there, not Toshinori, that's All Might's name, Toshinori Yaga. Gran Torino is also there, And, like, they play benefactors because they're the reason why All Might is holding back, because he doesn't want to hurt any of them. So, after that, in this part of the fight, All for One is just ragdolling. He's just outpacing All Might. He is showing his dominance, and he is just being so dominant in this fight. It doesn't look like All Might might win this one. No pun intended. So after, like, they're all locked up and they're in a tight situation, All for One just kind of mocks. It's getting to the point where he mocks All Might. He's like, All Might is just like, he's gasping. He's like, I'm gonna save that Bakugo kid. All For One's that you can't do that because I am here. He mocked freaking All Might, like this dude is just. And then afterwards, he used his quirk from where he ragdolled and throw All Might into the side of the building. He uses it to smash him down on the ground. He's just keeping him there. And we move on from there. After this, it's numerous hits after numerous hits. All Might just keeps taking a beating. He's getting dominated. And of course, like I said, All Might is holding back because everything is there. Bakugo tries to escape. As Bakugo is flying in the air with his burst quirk, All For One diverts his attention to Bakugo and try to get him with his grasping quirk. But like All Might just comes around, swings around, just hits him in the side, and just sends him into a building. So finally, All Might got a good hit on him. That is good to know. Torino's also there. And like All For One does this horrible thing. He uses another quirk, like a grasping quirk, like he has Midoriya in. It's like another quirk. It's like a Sandus type Earth quirk where he just like summons it. Like this dude has a bunch of quirks. Like I have to search up their names. He kind of like brings Torino where All Might's fist is coming at. So this is All For One. That's All Might coming at him. This is Gran Torino from the side. Does this, and then All Might kind of hits Gran Torino in the face. He's all right. It's just, yeah. And as that's going on, like All Might kind of grabs, swings Torino around him, and just punches freaking All For One. Gets another good hit on him. And that's that. And then, and after that, All Might just charges up and destroys Smash and just like does that. But All For One just does this with his hand, just endures it. Only his like sleeve of his tux gets ripped. I don't think he took any damage. He might have took some damage. I mean, it takes a lot to deflect the freaking punch from All Might, let alone a Detroit Smash. One of his stronger moves. Now keep in mind, All Might is in a weakened state. Even though he seems really, really strong, he is in a weakened state at this point in the story. And then, and after that, All Might charges more punches at him. They keep going at it. This fight is intense. This fight gets personal also. I want to do this. And then... Hang on. Aha, here we go. So after this, the two are still going at it. The previous user of One For All Guide, revealed in this fight, before, Toshinori Yoga, sorry. And then, so it's a good thing that I finally found the name of my flashcards I've written. Her name was Nana Shimura, and she was the previous user of One For All. And of course she handed it down to Toshi, or All Might. So then afterwards, after all the events that happened after I just told you, I kind of told you that out of order. First came her, and then the punches afterwards. So after that, the guys still go at it, they're punching each other, and they're wear down. All Might is at a state wherever he is really weakened. He only has muscle in his arm to this point. And then All For One just breaks his spirit. He just does it. I'm going to tell you why. Because Shigaraki was the child of his old previous master. That is right. Nana Shimura's son is Shigaraki. And that just breaks him. He's like, you gotta be kidding me. He's like this. But of course, he doesn't let All For One get to him. So as All For One combines with his giant fist of like all quirks, like bulky, it's like kind of has like stones coming out of it. He's kind of like combining multiple quirks in his arm, and like goes after All Might. All Might does the same, but they're having a little muscle clash. All Might uses his right arm for bait. He transfers his muscles to his left arm and just punches freaking off one in the face again. He gets another good hit on him, which I am really, really happy about. And finally, All Might does it. He gets a good hit. Another one. So then after that, he remembers his master passing down the One for All quirk. We get that little moment whenever the lights flash around. He takes his muscle. It starts flashing. He's aiming to the ground. He's got One for All. Also, One for All is also an energy. We can kind of see his face. He kind of has no face, has no eyes. He kind of has like a nose and a mouth, kind of. Like he's like a cyborg-looking dude at first, but then like, yeah. So after that, All Might charges up his arm. It's covered, and does his final move, United States Smash, and just punches him, and everything just goes boom. I'm talking about a big explosion. And afterwards, we got like a tornado thing going on there, and kind of create a tornado, and like the momentum of the punch and the air pressure was so hard it created a tornado. Like that's not even that's not even like, I'm not playing around with that. Sorry, I was stumbling upon my words, but that is the momentum of the United States of Smash. I hope Midoriya learns that move, like in the mean future. Like I've been dying for Midoriya to learn that move and use it. Like that move is so OP. Like then in All Might's final words, like goodbye, all for one. And so that is about all that happens in this fight. Also, I'm gonna give you a little spoiler. You know, after this fight, All Might is done. He won the battle. He stands like this. He like points to the screen of the TV. Mind you that the whole world was watching too. He also got revealed his weakened state. The whole world saw All Might in his weakened state, his withered state. He points to this TV screen. He's like, "Now it's your turn." He was obviously referring that to Midoriya. You know, the one he gave One for All. He passed it down. After that, he retires, and then Endevator becomes the #1 hero. Endevator, Chodo Todoroki's dad, becomes the #1 hero. And that is it for this fight review. You know, let me know what you thought. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you dislike, hit the dislike button. If you want to see more wacky content like this, hit that subscribe button and hit that gray bell to be notified when I make a new video. If you like this format, you like me expressing, moving around the camera, showing my fist, pointing it to the camera like that, well, stick tuned for more of it because this is the new content. I am signing out.